Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? I'm Hushman and today I'm going to talk about the most stunning news in 2020. I'm going to talk about KFC's new product. Believe it or not, but KFC, the company that is well known for its delicious and crispy fried chicken, has made a gaming console. Yeah, you might say it is a joke and laugh about it that KFC is going to become a rival for Microsoft and Sony. But believe me, it is not a joke. And as I can see, KFC is very serious about breaking into the gaming industry. Just go and check the website they made to introduce their console. It supports VR, ray tracing, and 4K display, and also run games on 240 FPS. And it's not all of it. Big companies are behind the console. Companies like Asus, one of the best laptop manufacturers in the world. But the most important feature is you can cook chicken in it. Okay, that's not true. It's too good to be real. You can't cook anything in your gaming console, but you can keep them warm and don't eat them cold while you are playing video games. The console can utilize the system heat and keep your food warm. Insane and amazing. Okay, the first thing you must know is KFC is not the only company behind this. Companies such as Asus, Cooler Master, a computer hardware manufacturer from Taiwan, and Seagate, a storage company from California, helped KFC to make this console. Actually, I think all KFC did was paying the bills and put their brand on it. Now, the question is how KFConsole can beat down PlayStation and Xbox and solidify its position in the gaming market. There are so many ways and so many challenges that KFC can use to assure their investors that KFConsole won't be a real flop. The first step is releasing the console at a cheap price. Every generation, both Microsoft and Sony try to release their console way cheaper than their opponent. Every generation, when we were going to choose between Xbox and PlayStation, we always asked which one has a better price. If you don't care about exclusive games, price is the only thing that you are going to consider buying a new console, which is good. Why should we pay more while we can play the same game with a cheaper console? If KFC wants to make some place for itself in the world of game industry, they must bring their price as low as possible, which is a big challenge because Sony and Microsoft kept their price as low as possible because they are already making money from different fields. Microsoft has Windows and Sony has its mobile manufacturer product. The bottom line is KFC doesn't have the financial resources to release the game at a cheaper price than PlayStation and Xbox. So they will release their console in limited numbers or with a price more expensive than other consoles, which in both cases it is not good. So releasing the console at a low price is not an option for KFC. The second way that KFC can assure its investors and of course its fans that KFConsole will not be a disappointment is to make exclusive games for their console. Let's not deny it. The biggest difference between gaming console is the exclusive games they offer. I bought a PS4 just because I wanted to play The Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4 and God of War. That was the only reason I bought a PS4. I didn't care about its hardware, I didn't care about its price, and I didn't care about its brand. Gamers don't buy a console for its huge fan base and brand. They buy it for the games they can play on it. KFC wants people to buy its gaming console. First, they must give them a good reason. And no reason is better than releasing at least 5 AAA games for KFConsole. If KFConsole wants to survive the battle with PlayStation and Xbox, they need exclusive games. Gamers don't buy a console just for the brand. KFC must buy some gaming companies or start a partnership and ask them to make exclusive games for their console. But the problem is, it's not possible either. To make a triple game, you need at least $90 million just to make the game. If you want to add marketing expense and voice acting to it, the price will be easily doubled. And to buy a successful game studio, KFC needs to shell out $1 billion at least. KFC is a successful company, but I doubt if they can take such a huge risk in a field that is not their specialty. So what is the solution? Indie game developers and smaller studios. Fortunately, KFC has a huge fan base and some of them are game developers. I think instead of taking such a big risk and paying money to big AAA companies, KFC must focus on smaller developers and ask them to make games for their console, just for their console. They can start competition and contests for game developers to make exclusive games for KFConsole. And I'm sure so many people come to it because they are a huge fan of KFC. And KFC is a popular brand. Investing in indie game developers and smaller studios can be a good idea for KFC to attract people to their console. Right now is a great time for KFC to invest in smaller developers because the success of games such as Among Us and The Fall Guys prove players don't care about high graphic games with a big budget and AAA standards. Entertainment is everything a gamer wants, and I think supporting smaller studios can be a good step. It won't cost a big deal of money, and also the rate of risk in this field is pretty low, isn't it? Just imagine one of those games take the world by storm and become a phenomenon, like Five Nights at Freddy's or Undertale. All YouTubers and streamers played that game, and because of that, people want to play the game, and since that game is a KFConsole exclusive, people start buying the console. The third way is focusing on a unique and special field and subject. Let's not deny this. The game industry is completely dominated by PlayStation and PC. And it doesn't matter what KFC does and how much money they spend, they still have no chance against Sony and Microsoft. For now, the best option to break into the gaming industry field is to focus on a market that was ignored by other companies. Markets such as VR. Almost no company cared about VR until Valve released Half-Life Alyx. In this genre, it changed everything. KFC's biggest rival shouldn't be Sony or Microsoft, it should be Valve. Right now, Valve is the only big company in AAA VR games, which means there are so many space and opportunities for KFC to start their career in this field. They must focus on VR games and try to develop games in this genre, because other genres such as the third person are completely dominated by Sony and Microsoft. I think this is the strategy KFC is going to follow. Because of this, they have added a VR support feature to their console. But if they want to survive in this field, as I said before, they must make a cheaper console than their opponent, which in this case is Valve. KFconsole's price shouldn't be more than Valve Index VR, which right now it costs $999. KFConsole should have the same price or cheaper. This is the only way they can defeat Valve in this field. And the last but not the least is using the brand to sell the product. As I said, KFC is a great brand and people love it. But no one is going to buy their console just because of the brand. But I think there is a way that KFC can sell its console by selling chicken. I mean, there are probably so many ways, but I'm going to talk about one of them. And that way is digital currency. Let's say KFC creates a digital coin, like Bitcoin and call it the like Sanders coin. When you buy something from KFC, you will be rewarded by a free Sanders coin, a digital coin that you can use to get games or in-game features like a skin on KFConsole. It would be amazing. You buy fried chicken from KFC and then you get a free game for it. Or by playing games on KFConsole and getting some achievement, you get Sanders coin. And you can order a free meal with it. For example, how exciting it would be if 100 people play Fortnite on KFConsole and anyone who gets Victory Royale gets a free meal. I personally think using a digital coin can be a bridge between KFC restaurants and KFC gaming to increase sales and popularity on both sides. Although, it's just my personal opinion, which might be right or wrong. The bottom line is, KFC is very serious about starting their gaming career, but KFC has a long way to go, and if they don't take care, KFConsole can turn into a huge mistake. But what I'm going to say might seem stupid and silly, but I'm serious about it. The success of KFConsole can change the game industry forever. If KFConsole succeeds, so many big companies try to get into the gaming industry by making their console. Companies like Pepsi and Lamborghini. And if KFConsole fails, well, it will be a warning for other companies who are going to try their luck in game console industry and avoid making such a mistake. And also companies who release a new console like Google might reconsider their plan for their young console. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to you for watching my video. What do you think about KFConsole? Do you think it's going to be a real flop or it's going to become a phenomenon in the gaming industry? Comment your opinion below, and if you like this video, please drop a like, and for more gaming video, please subscribe to my channel, and that's it. Thank you again, and take care, and have a nice day.